Okay. Hello, Shafi.
Hello.
Okay, welcome to our final English test. I would like to ask several questions related to yourself and IDM. Before we go to the main questions, I would like to ask about yourself. Would you mind to tell me about yourself?
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Shafiq Taila. I am 14 years old. I was born in 6th of December 2008. I was born in Tangerang and also currently living in Tangerang. I am the second child out of 3 siblings, and I am currently a student at SMP IDN boarding school.
Okay, next questions. How was your IT skill before coming to IDN?
Before coming to IDN, I was like any other kid who, as usual, like to play games and watch YouTube. But I also had some basics about robotics because I used to join a course about robots. I once joined a competition to make competition of fast building, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember getting the win, but at least I tried joining. I also like to make Legos at home. I have quite a lot, some still at good condition and some also destroyed because of my own actions. Maybe that.
Okay, next question. How is your learning progress? At IDN, you probably can tell 4 main subjects: IT, Dinia, Tafid, and English.
I actually have learned a lot, especially in IT, Dinia, and also Tahfiz. I also learned quite some for English. I've learned many things in IT from applications, many applications that can be useful for you, and also how to make games and functions of your device and many others, and also how to make a good design. I also learned more about robotics, even though I don't really understand it still. And also I learned about how to make a simple application, and also how to make a application by coding in Android Studio using the Kotlin programming language. And I also learned a lot in Dinia, starting from Isbal, the correct way of wudu, praying, and then many others like prayers and the sunnah that you can do in your daily life. And in Tahfiz, I also learned about that you should never be pessimistic. I learned that after a very long way through here. And also I learned about there are many ways to memorize the Quran, and also how to murajaah your all the thi- all the surah and juz that you have memorized. I also learned that there's many ways of memorizing, and every person is different. I also learned in English that confidence is very important, especially if you want to speak English, because you learn English is not only for yourself, you mainly learn it so you can communicate with other people. So confidence is very important, and that even though you're already good at English, it doesn't stop there. You can still learn more and more.
Okay, please explain the game that you have created.
Game. I'm mostly interested in the Defender. Actually, it's one of my favorites, and it really has one of my interests as a kid. That is like machinery or more machinery like tanks, and because like in the game you make You are as a vehicle that is trying to defend an area from enemies that is spawning from the other side of the screen. And there is a certain time or score that you have to reach before you finish, before you can win the game. Before you win the game. And after, I also liked to not only make one, there's also levels. There's also levels to the game. You can start from easy, hard, and also medium. They also have their own health points, so there are certain amounts that you have to shoot one enemy before they die. And I also, at first I followed my teacher on making the game, but after finishing that one character or something, or finishing the game, I decided to make it by my own or customize it so it goes like how I like it. And then another game that I liked is the Bomber. The Bomber is the game that where a few, I think it's like some sort of maze or something, or maybe just an open area, I forgot. Where there were some also opponents that move randomly, which you have a character that is holding some sort of bomb, and you can put that bomb, and when your opponent that is moving in a random direction is in the area of the explosion, they will die. So your objective is to survive by killing all of the opponents, and when you come in contact or touch your opponents, you will lose. Another one is this two was from scratch. Another one from Buildbox. I forgot the name. It was like some sort of platform game. It's your character was a ball, and the character was a ball or a square. You can edit it like how you want it, and it was always constantly moving forward. So when you start the game, it just keeps moving forward. And on the platform, the obstacles will be randomly generated, and you have to avoid them before. So it's like an endless running game. So it's like Subway Surf, and I forgot the name of the game. Yes.
Okay. Last questions. Any word for IDM?
Words for IDM. The overall, I like how the school is. I like how they make the curriculum, but well, I mean there is some things that can be improved, but I don't really want to say it here because I don't want it to be I don't want it to be mistaken by people. I just want to say thank you for IDN. I am really grateful that I can be a student here because I learned a lot of things that is valuable for me from today and maybe also the future for my sisters, my older and younger sister, and also maybe some friends and kids from other schools that are lucky enough to be able to attend IDM teaching, and maybe in the future my kids.
Okay, thank you very much, Afiq, for this short interview sessions. See you on the next sections.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. So today I would like to continue my final English project. This time I am gonna present to you and give you an explanation about the United Kingdom. So first we're gonna talk about the Union Jack, or the flag of the United Kingdom. It's the de facto national flag of the United Kingdom. It's been the flag of the country for centuries. Although there is no law that has passed making making the Union flag the official flag of the country, other British colonies and dominions has also used the Union Jack as their flag before adopting their own national flag. And the flag continues to have official status in Canada and also other countries. Next is the country name history. So the country has two names: the Kingdom of Great Britain and the Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. So the first is the Kingdom of Great Britain. It was a treaty union between the Kingdom of England, which also included Wales, and the Kingdom of Scotland in 1707 that resulted in their unification. And then the Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, it was united in the 1801 with the Kingdom of Ireland. In the Kingdom of Ireland, which created the United Kingdom of Britain and Ireland. And it was formally adopted its name in 1927. Sorry. Next is the United Kingdom's geography. The size of the United Kingdom is in kilometers is 400,043 and 610 kilometers square. And then in climate, it has a temperate climate. So in general, this means that Britain has all of the main weathers like cool, wet winters, warm, wet summers. It only features extreme cold, heat, or cold, drought, and wind that are common in other climates. Next is the capital city. The capital city of London, of the kingdom, which is also the largest city, is London. And then the longest river is Severn. Severn is the longest river in the United Kingdom with a length of 357. And then the highest mountain in the United Kingdom is Ben Nevis, standing at 1,345 meters tall. Next is some of the natural resources of the United Kingdom. And the first is coal, limestone, chalk, petroleum, natural gas, gypsum, rock salt, and many others. The next is some of the country's icons or symbols. The first is St. George's Cross. It is, as you can see, a cross on a white background, which is from the late Middle Ages that became associated with St. George. This flag is also mostly associated with the Crusaders or the military saints of England at the late Middle Ages. The next is the Royal Arms of England. The Royal Arms of England, or also known as the coat of arms, was historically used as the arms of dominion by the monarchs of the Kingdom of England, and are used to symbolize England generally. The arms were adopted to 1 century or before century, or 100 by the Plantagenet kings, and was continued to be used by the successive English and British monarchs. The next is the currency. So the sterling is, as you can see, this is the icon with an isomorph of GBP, is the currency of the United Kingdom, and 9 of its associated territories is also used in 9 of it. The pound with this sign is the main unit of sterling, and the pound itself is also used to refer to the British currency generally. So the people in the kingdom don't call it pound sterling, but mostly call it only pound. so often qualified in international contexts as the British pound or the pound sterling. In British English, its most common nickname is quid. The next is the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the highest position in the United Kingdom. A historical perspective on the evolution of the office of Prime Minister. The position of Prime Minister wasn't created, rather it has evolved over the course of time. It was shaped by various acts of parliament, political developments, and accidents of history. The origins of the position can be traced back to the revolutionary settlement in 1688 until 1720, which brought about constitutional changes and a transfer of political power from the sovereign to parliament. And although the sovereign and the ancient prerogative powers of the government, it gradually became politically necessary for them to govern through a prime minister who could command a majority in parliament. So, and the current prime minister of the United Kingdom is Rishi Sunak, who was appointed in 2022. Next is the independence of the United Kingdom. So, fun fact, the United Kingdom doesn't have an Independence Day because they never had to actually been in a situation which they had to fight for their independence from another country. Next is some of its official languages. So the first is English. The type is Germanic, specifically West Germany, and it is spoken throughout the United Kingdom. The second is Scots. The type is also Germanic, specifically West Germanic, and it is spoken in Scotland and Northern Ireland. The last is Welsh. The type is Celtic or Brythonic, and it's spoken in Wales and parts of England near the Welsh-English border. So the last is some of the ethnic groups in the United Kingdom. So the first there is British, and then there is white British, and then British Asian, and also white people in the United Kingdom, or described as people in the United Kingdom, are a multi-ethnic group of the United Kingdom residents who identify as and are perceived to be white people. And then there is Black British, and then there is multiracial. So they have multi races from their friends, and then British, African Caribbean, and then there is Pakistani, Bangladeshi, British Chinese, and many others. And there are still many other groups of ethnic groups in the United Kingdom. So these groups are not only based only from the original British people. So it can be a marriage between an Asian and a British person. That's why there's British Asian, British Chinese, British African Caribbean, and many others. Okay, maybe that is all that I can deliver for today. Thank you all for watching. If I have any mistakes and minuses in this video, I am very sorry. As I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today I would like to present to you all about my favorite projects around 3 years in IDM from grade. So now we will start with my first project, which is Defender. So the Defender is a game with an objective of defending the base camp, which is the line on the back, the right one, and you have to defend it from enemies that are constantly spawning at a certain rate. So this game also has a boss. After a certain amount of time or a certain amount of enemies spawn, the boss will also spawn. This game has 3 different difficulties with different amount of lives. So with easy you have 20 lives, and the boss also has around 30 lives. And then on medium difficulty, the
you have 15 lives and the boss has 40, and on hard you have 10 lives like here, and the boss has around 45 to 50. Next is jumping cube. Now, jumping cube is a game that I made in Buildbox. The Defender, the previous game, was made in Scratch. So the Defender, the jumping cube is a game that I made in Buildbox about you as this small sphere right here, or donut. You have to jump and avoid obstacles. So it works like the Google Dino game and Subway Surf and other games. So it goes on infinitely. So as also the obstacles will also spawn, keep spawning and generating more and more. So long you can keep going as long as you don't die. The next is switching ball, or yes, this game works pretty much the same as the previous game, jumping cube, and the difference is just if jumping cube you have to jump to avoid the obstacles, and switching ball you have to switch lanes if you want to survive. So you have to avoid this red floor right here if you want to survive. And the last of the games is Crossing Rope. So Crossing Rope is a game that's pretty much like the normal Crossing Rope games you find, but the difference is the Crossing Rope games that you usually find is about a chicken or other characters crossing a road, but in this game you as a cube have to jump all the way to the finish line there, and there are other cubes that you can jump on to get to the end. Now the next is UI UX design. So UI UX design is where I design the app, the UI, the interface, and I will add the functions of the application. So starting from like the categories and also the books that you can find on the app. It's a bookstore app. So, and there's also a page where you can see reviews and also where you can buy the book. And there's also a page where you can see your profile. The next is Instagram post. So Instagram post is used to share your knowledge or the things that you have or know. And this design is meant to be posted on Instagram because it also has the size of a Instagram post, which is 1080 times 1080 pixels. So it's made in Figma, and the UI UX design was also made in Figma. The next is glow effect. So glow effect is like some sort of manipulation effect that I made in Photopea, which is like an online and free version of Photoshop. So I also made a tutorial on my channel, and you can check it. Next is the Talk to Me app. Talk to Me app is an app that you can use to talk to people. Why I make this app is because there are people who have difficulty speaking and listening, so you can use this app to help you talk with other people who have difficulties communicating. The next is Daily Prayer app. So the previous app was made in Coder, and this time this app is made in Android Studio and made using the Kotlin programming language. So this app is about prayers that you usually read when in your daily activities, starting like from the morning and night. So starting from you wake up and then when you sleep again, and then also the prayers that you can read when you want to go outside, when you want to go inside your house. And then there is food and drinks, where you when you forget to say basmala when you eat, and the prayer that you can read after you finish eating, and then trips where there are prayers that you can pray for the people that you're leaving, prayers for the people who are going to leave for trips, and then prayers when you are on a trip, and then that is salat. It's prayers that you can read when you pray, and then the last is etika baik. It's about attitude prayers that you can read when you like wear clothes and others. Last is Zakat Calculator app. So this app is used when you have to pay zakat and you don't know how much you need to pay. So you can use this app, and this app is also made on Android Studio using the same programming language, of course. And this app, the way you use it is by putting the total money you have in here, and then once you finish, you can press the OK button. Once you press it, the total money you have will show up here, and the amount of zakat that you have to pay will show up here. There are also features like when your total money don't reach the minimum amount of zakat that you must pay, there will be a notification like this that will show up that will tell you that the total money you have hasn't reached the nisab of the zakat criteria. And if you haven't inserted, put down a number here. The number, there will also be a notification telling you that the wrong in the text box or that is still empty. And the way you use the Unbeliever app is, well, simple, as you know. And you can just click this, and then the prayers that you can read in the morning and in the night is here. And once you click it, the prayer, the name of the prayer, the Arabic, the Latin, and the meaning, and also the Hadith riwayat will show up. And it's pretty much the same. It's just the contents that's different than the others. And the Talk to Me app. So the Talk to Me app, the way you use it is by, you can type what you want to say. And for example here, hello, good morning, and then you can press the speak button, and then Google Assistant will will read it for you. Or you can record your own voice, and then it will be put in here as a text, and you can also speak it too. Okay? Maybe that is all for me for today. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more of my projects, you can visit my website, Shafiq Atullah Official, with my ID. And maybe that's all for me. As I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.